Hi everybody, this is Ellman, the blue collar investor, with today's option selling question of the day. Today's question comes from Tom. Alan, on 12/9/21, I sold a covered call on BKE with a 3/18/22 expiration. So we're looking at a 3-month trade. It paid a dividend on 12/17/21 of $5.65 per share, reducing the strike from $37.50 to $31.85. Attached is my spreadsheet. Should I adjust anything for the new strike? Buy date, price, 20%, 10% guidelines, or 7% guideline, sell target, etc.? Thanks, Tom. Okay, so what we're looking at here is not a typical dividend, but a special one-time cash dividend. So let's start off by defining what is a special one-time special cash dividend. This is a non-recurring cash distribution of company cash assets. So it happens infrequently, but when it does, we have to know how to manage our trades. It's usually much larger than a standard dividend distribution that comes out on a quarterly basis. Now, when that dividend comes out, or on the ex-dividend date, the share price will decline by that dividend amount. So we get the dividend sometime after the ex-date, but the share price decreases on the ex-dividend date. And the option prices, therefore, need to be adjusted by the dividend amount, which frequently will result in very unusual strikes, as is the case here with BKE. Now, on the screenshot, you're looking at a screenshot I took from the Options Clearing Corporation website that describes this particular contract adjustment. And you could see that Buckle Inc., BKE, had a one-time special cash dividend of $5.65, and that happened on the ex-date of 12/17. And you could see strike prices were then reduced by that amount, $5.65. So at that point in time, we're going to now take a look at the initial structuring of Tom's trade with BKE and see how that one-time special cash dividend played a role in evaluating the trade and any action we need to take moving forward. So on 12/9, Tom purchased BKE at $50.10. Now, right after that, he sold to open the 3/18, 3 months out, 2022 $37.50 call at $13.21. So the strike price of that covered call was very deep in the money. Now, the $13.21 premium was mostly intrinsic value. We're going to break that down in the next slide. The ex-dividend date was on December 17th, and that would lower the price and the strike price by the dividend amount, $5.65. Now remember, you don't collect the dividend on 12/17. That's the date that you must own the shares in order to be eligible to collect the dividend at some future date, usually a week or two from that ex-dividend date. So let's have a look now at the multiple tab of one of the BCI calculators to see how Tom initially structured his trade prior to the ex-dividend date. You could see that the purchase price was $50.10, and the $37.50 deep in the money strike 3 months out was sold at $13.21. Now the return on the option, or ROE, was 1.6%. Keep in mind, this was a 3-month return, so if we would annualize that out, it would annualize to 6.4%. Since it was a deep in the money strike, there's no upside potential, However, there's huge downside protection of 25.1%. So what that means is we are guaranteed a 1.6% 3-month return as long as BKE does not decline by more than 25.1% by expiration Friday. And that would be on 3/18/22. So that's how Tom initially structured the trade. Now let's go past that ex-dividend date on 12/17 with the price of the stock declining by 565 and the strike price declining by that same amount. Feed that in once again into the multiple tabs of one of the Ellman or BCI calculators, and you will see a stock price of 44.45. The option premium stays the same. That's ours to keep no matter what, 13.21. The strike drops to 31.85, and the expiration date, of course, is the same, 3/18/22. Now the return on our option or RU moves from 1.6% to 1.9% because our cost basis is lower. The upside potential remains zero because it's still an in-the-money strike. The downside protection moves up slightly from 25.1% up to 28.3%. So because the cost basis is lowered and the price of the stock is lowered, we slightly improve our return on our option as well as our downside protection. Now, taking a step back from all these calculations, let me discuss with you two of the risks inherent in this particular trade. Risk number one, BKE is on our list of banned stocks we should not use for covered call writing or selling cash secured puts. And the reason is because it reports same-store retail sales on a monthly, not a quarterly basis. And this is the same almost as earnings reports. And if those reports come out unfavorable, it can impact us very negatively in terms of our trade results. So we avoid the few stocks that still report same-store retail sales on a monthly rather than a quarterly basis, and BKE is one of them. Secondly, the 3/18/22 expiration is after the next earnings report due out for BKE, which was on 2/18. So here we're running the risk of an unfavorable earnings report. That's another risk inherent in this trade. So we have to be careful. Covered call writing, selling cash secured puts, low risk, conservative strategies. But if we factor in things like same-store retail sales and earnings reports, we can convert those trades to risky ones, and we simply do not want to do that. So let's summarize. Special one-time cash dividends result in contract adjustments where the OCC makes sure that buyers and sellers of calls and puts are made whole. You will have no advantage as a buyer and seller of a put because the OCC will adjust the contracts accordingly. On the ex-dividend date, the share price and the strike price will be adjusted by that dividend amount. Keep in mind that contract adjustments aren't all the same, but this is particularly how these special one-time cash dividend distributions are managed by the OCC. Since the cost basis is reduced, initial returns and downside protection of the in-the-money strike is slightly enhanced. Now, banned stocks and earnings reports must be factored into our trade decisions. We want to keep risk as low as possible. Now, to all of our premium members, I want to remind you that our entire library of Ask Alan videos is located on the premium member site on the left side. Just scroll down and click on the video that you're interested in watching. On the right side, under A, if the resources download section, scroll down to A for Ask Alan video topics. For those of you new to options, we have our BCI package, which is our best and most comprehensive investment package. It contains 18 components, 6 online video courses, 6 calculators created by the blue-collar investor, 5 of our best-selling books in ebook format, and 13 months of premium membership. And that includes over 200 videos and online and constant training videos. We add a new one every month. Some months we add two. So quite a package, which is discounted 25%. And you can find that on our website, www.thebluecollarinvestor.com, and just click on the BCI package for more information. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very, very much for taking the time to watch and listen to this Ask Alan video. And I hope, folks, that you enjoyed it. And most importantly, I hope that it puts cash in your pockets. I also want to thank Tom for sharing his trade with us and allowing us to learn from his trade. As always, this is Alan Ellman, the Blue Collar Investor. Take care, everybody.